Greetings, this is Brian, amateur radio call sign W9CR, and I'm finally getting around to doing some editing here on my clips of walking around Friedrichshafen, both in the city and around the Hamfest. And I'm not going to do a terrible amount of editing because it is already the, according to my watch here, the 11th of August, almost a month, about 3 weeks since I was there. I really wanted to get this up as quick as I could. I've just been unfortunately busy with about 50 different things here. We've had very important stuff happening with the Florida Repeater Console. We've had a ton of stuff happening with All-Star Link and a few other projects, and I've been traveling for work almost every week. So I just haven't had the time to really sit down and do some editing. So as such, I'm not doing a ton of editing to these videos. Just kind of stringing them together. You can get a feeling as to what's there. I am going to pull out interesting portions. I had one where I was actually had a ham assault me, grabbed my camera, and demanded I deleted my video and stuff. It was kind of strange because one second he's smiling to me and, hey, how you doing? You know, I was just walking around the Hamfest with a camera doing some stuff up on Facebook Live for just friends. People wanted to know what it was. It was already, I think, about midday in Friedrichshafen, so it was just in the morning. People are just getting in, you know, looking at stuff in the morning, so I didn't have that many viewers. But yeah, that happened. So anyways, without further introduction, let me get into this and show you a little bit on the way over, some of the train ride down, and then the first day of Friedrichshafen. And I'll go into the second day in another video, and I have a third, which will be just some stuff that I found around Frankfurt I thought was interesting, and my visit to the Telecom Museum there, seeing the amateur radio station that is at the Telecommunications Museum in Frankfurt. It was really, really well put together. I was very happy with the gentleman that was there, and it was, quite frankly, amazing to see how well done it was in this sort of outreach they were doing to the community. It makes me, gave me a number of ideas on how to better do that here in the United States. So without further ado, let me get into it. So here's the flight over and coming into Frankfurt. Had a little pre-flight cocktail there, and I took the business class option over since I had a 5-hour train ride in front of me into Frankfurt. It was about 13 hours from DFW. And Frankfurt was very nice, sunny coming in, about 9 a.m. when I landed. The place is massive. Now eventually I did find my train, however, there's multiple trains on multiple tracks. I actually ended up getting on the wrong one initially, and then instead of transferring trains, I think in Ulm, I had to go to Stuttgart and transfer there. So I was supposed to have first class on the train. Didn't really get that because the train I was on was not the nice inner city train. It was just kind of a local train. So ended up taking about 5 hours, but it was definitely an experience, and was kind of cool to see everything coming down there, and really enjoyed, even though I messed up once, I did enjoy the train ride there and got to see a lot of cool things. Okay, here we are. Using my gimbal mount here. He's saying something to me in German. I don't speak German, unfortunately. Anyways, I'm walking over to a bar right now. this is me. Hopefully you can see me okay. Talk to you later. Now this bar I did stop in, and I told them, I said, yeah, I'm from Calumet City, Illinois too, and I don't know if they'd actually seen the movie, but this was pretty cool downtown. They had kind of a fair going on, and this is, I guess this is what, Thursday night when I was getting in there, so the night before the Hamfest, and just kind of walking around and seeing what the downtown looked like. Definitely a lot of cool stuff going on. Had some pretty good fun just walking around, and most everybody seemed to speak English for the most part, so that was good. Ended up meeting a few ham radio guys here walking around too. This is the, I guess, market area at night. The roller coaster down there we just went past. Not too bad for a Thursday. A ton of people out and about. I say certainly nothing like this ever in Dayton. This is almost like a flea market itself. Cool lamps. The land of chocolate. And there's also some stuff going on down at the lake, but I didn't get a chance to go by there, so might turn around and do that, or pick it up another night. My view at breakfast here. So I was a bit confused as to what to order here, but did end up getting a pretty darn good egg. Bacon, not so great. This is the morning here where I just had breakfast. Zoom in here. There's a P25 repeater out in Austria somewhere around here. I just keyed it up. I'm slacking. I need to head to the Hamfest, but I get to do the American tourist thing here for a while. This is the whole market area. Just amazing. Moderately priced watches. But it is just about 9:30. I gotta head over there. I wanted to be there at 9, but I decided to have some breakfast. I had an amazing egg. That was, I've never seen an egg that color. It wasn't even yellow, it was orange. It was like blood orange. The flavor was amazing. There's this market area here that's just cool. All kinds of stuff. Reminds me of, it's larger. It's almost like a Pike Place market. I'm going this way to find a cab.
Guidance down.
Cheese shop. Oh, it smells great. There's olives and wish I had something like this in St. Pete. This is just cool. yeah, that's pretty much it for now. Go find a taxi. So this is it. It's the main commercial exhibition there. You can see a couple more halls back there. I gotta get my card out. Okay. This is going to be the busy day, I think, because it's Saturday. So the overview of it right here. The Rothas Ale there is it's the main one, and then A2, 3, 4, 5, and I believe 6, 7 is empty, are all what we would consider tailgate areas, but they're all inside. So many Bovengs. So this is the main area. This is where Dark does their programs. There's some SDR stuff going on today. That's going to be kind of interesting. I might check that out. There's so many restaurants and places to eat here. The food and the beer is excellent. I made a mistake yesterday of asking for a smaller beer. That was not something you do, apparently. I had already had 2 larger beers, so. It's just about 9:40, 9:45 in the morning here. So I think I'm going to get some water. Maybe go check out. I know a gentleman from the ARRL repeater directory there wanted to talk to me. So these are a few shots that I did with the camera around the main area, and then in the main vendor area. This was on par with a major trade show that I've been to. I don't associate this with something that typically we see ham radio doing here in the U.S. So it was really nicely put together. That is awesome.
Reggiano. Prego.
We have another piece. So this was a very popular booth. I probably frequented it 5 or 6 times over the time I was there. That wheel of cheese was down to a husk by Sunday, but it was great. There was this area was all amateur radio clubs from around Europe and the world, with some of them were giving away wine. Some of the other guys from the Middle East were giving away dates and things like that, and they were all very, very friendly. This was it was very, very cool to see all this there and the camaraderie that was between radio amateurs. wonderful temperature in here. There's Ella Craft over there. Police Amateur Association.
Da komme ich hier 739 an. Und der setzt sich um auf 144. Das heißt, normaler VHF-Transceiver, normales LNB, fertig. Und, deswegen hat sie den zweiten Grad, normales LNB, der mischt der hier.
CDMs.
Okay, je vais faire un petit tour.
Es geht natürlich mit der Zeit, eben gewisse Server.
Ooh, some HP test equipment. You gotta look at that. Looks like a VNA of sorts, maybe. Some older stuff.
Wie ist da genau?
These guys are from Morse Code in Ham Radio. It's a puppy. It's a wonderful auditorium. Look at the ceiling. Bright and eerie. Radio Club Sarajevo. Grandmeister.
Ja, maybe you have fun and get one.
Yeah, because which is under NDA. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I know.
Israeli Amateur Radio Club. They have wine and dates too.
Blow, yeah. I don't know how to blow. You have anybody else blow to something?
This is the way it should be.
koster altså 10% per avsnitt.
I'm going to be drunk later on. No worries. Qatar Amateur Radio Society. Very cool. Schwarzenhammer. God, I love these German words. All kinds of books.
Cool air into the rooms because they have been heated up quite a bit because we had really hot weather there last week. No, anyway, so it is very useful of course.
Aber kannst du das haben gleich gerade?
Also bist gut bedient.
I don't know what any of that is. Ooh, SDR.
Yeah, it's a new product from Red Desire. It's called Camera, basically which is an SDR transceiver. Complete solution, yeah. So with audio board inside, so all the functionalities of Red Desire, like signal generator, oscilloscope and so on, two antennas, two receivers, then key, phone, let's say controller. So it's a final solution, you just download the software and start using it.
Experiments.
How many bits?
14 KX.
One? You have voted for Donald, right?
Absolutely.
Where's your gun?
Hey,
Huh?
it's back at the
You
hotel.
have you already have the same house.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Is the Donald on your
Entrance and area, and got a little smoking area out here. This is a professional exhibition. There's all kinds of space here full of swap meat and everything else. I'm going to go check that out right now. There's SDR stuff tomorrow. This is just huge. pleasant here too. It's a little overcast, but maybe about 75 or something high. A little chilly out. Let's go spend some money here. Another one of these hangar type buildings. All kinds of old tubes, test equipment. I like the RF test equipment myself. Crypto Museum.
This is extras. Well, you buy all this, you get that too. This holds the parts that go in the side of the machine.
Wires
For this,
on,
yes, for these
on
cards.
a piece of semiconductor. So it's like the old-time crystal radio.
Oh, okay. That's the old with the like the whisker. You'd have to
Yes,
find where it's
exactly.
sensitive.
Yeah, whisker.
That's very neat.
Yeah.
That somebody was waiting for you to tell them about it, but you finally got it. But maybe this guy in the blue shirt. Maybe he comes back.
Wie sind die Spannungsversorgung für das Gerät? 12 oder 230?
230.
230. Hat der... Okay. Ist der ein Deckel?
Das habe ich jetzt.
Haben die keinen?
Das ist das Einzige, was ich habe.
Funktionsfähig. Funktionsfähig. Geht. It works.
You have to check it out. It has been taken away from a site. But this is a bit of
Can't believe how big this is in here.
Hier in Deutschland gab es eigentlich nur Einfachstrom, das heißt, es kamen 40 Milliampere wirklich als Strompreise außen Amt. Das ging aber nur bis zu einer gewissen Entfernung zur nächsten Vermittlungsstelle. In Ländern wie jetzt Österreich, wo auch teilweise die Vermittlungsstellen weiter weg gewesen sind, gab es das sogenannte Doppelstromsystem. Da war ein anderes Fernschaltgerät drin. Der Strom für die ankommenden Buchstaben kam vom Amt und für die sendenden wurde von der Maschine generiert. Dass die Stromschleife nicht zu lang wurde, weil es dann quasi die die Einfahrstromtechnik läuft auch nur über 2 Drähte und die Zweifachstrom ist nämlich ein 4-Draht-System. Ja, genau. Wäre ja theoretischerweise
Stromsummen hast du nicht gesehen, irgendwo.
Smells old.
Yeah. For a long time, it used to send us crazy because the instructions were you can pull in tone, you can pull in this component, or you can pull in the historian. You can't score with all those 3 things. But maybe.
Well, that's a replica.
That's a nice build.
Oh no, it looks. It's hard to tell.
Let's say the secret is out.
Gefunden, ne? Irgendwo im Lande. Schön, dass du es geschafft hast. Du hast ja geschrieben noch.
Ich habe meinen Stand, ich bin jetzt.
Achso, bist drüben. Gibt's was zu verkaufen für mich? Mal gucken.
Hey, an actual Motorola. Wow. MX2000. The amount of microwave stuff here is just amazing. I can think of Dayton this past year, and there was nothing quite like this there. I mean, we have multiple vendors selling parts. I think I saw the entire time I was at Dayton 1 APC7 connector. Here I've seen a dozen in one building, and there's 5-6 buildings this same size. What's really neat is this ceiling. Let me zoom in here. It's actually wood, laminated wood construction. Again, this is more proof. 47 gigahertz, 2410, 5.7. This is stuff that you don't even see at Dayton. Nobody does microwave anymore there. There's just general crap. The Enigma stuff was very cool. All kinds of cool test equipment. What's really nice is it's raining outside right now, but it's a little drizzly, but it's really nice inside here because we're covered. It's actually a little warm, maybe. Some micro coax assemblies, all kinds of good stuff. This makes me want to build things again. We really need to step our game up in the U.S. Ooh, some watch stuff over here. Oh, they're just showing a Viewtronics displays. Chinese watch. Okay, in the is it A3 pavilion, A4 pavilion right now? Yeah, A4. More of the same. Again, we're all inside, protected. This is nice. Roden Schwartz docks. A lot of military stuff here, but not necessarily U.S., which is kind of neat. Saw some stuff, I don't know if I'd be able to import it. Some sort of an HP thing. I'm gonna go take a look at that. A magnetic spool. Okay, let me turn the mic on. It's a magnetic spool. TV.
Die Gemütlichkeit der 50er Jahre geht nahtlos in die biederen 60er über. Lange wartet das Wirtschaftswunder, die BRD im hellsten Sonnenschein. Die deutsche Exploration hat alte Wassertechnik. Unzählige Schornsteine, Quellen für Vollbeschäftigung, die Einplätze. Doch bald wird alles eckig, total jung und absolut modern. Den Wohnblöcken gehört die Zukunft.
That's a little puff of BO there. Most people are typically fairly clean here, though. Again, a lot more cables here. This is awesome. I'm putting it on the internet. What's your call sign?
I wouldn't know. I don't think I have one.
Oh wait, there it is.
Yeah. Would you please remove that? Would you please remove that?
What?
Would you please remove the recording?
So I slowed this down here, and you can see Paul Boven right here, PE1NUT, you know, smiling at us, and I mean, he was the one that initiated the exchange. He was making a face at me. I said, okay, whatever, and I asked him his call sign, and he said, well, I don't think I have one, and it was very, very quickly. I mean, you can see him smiling here, and then just like that, he reaches out, grabs my hand, grabs the camera, which was just my cell phone because I was streaming on YouTube, and immediately demands that I remove the video and delete it. It says please, but you don't reach out and grab somebody's hand and say please. So I was very taken back. I didn't want to cause an incident here, and played it cool. But it was definitely one of the non-friendly events during the Hamfest. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. Guy waved at us and then, unfortunately, was a bit of an asshole.
Ich hab's auch. Also, ja.
Lots more test equipment. There's a Boven over there. Ooh, there's some test stuff. I think I gotta buy that.
Only two. Only tubes? Yes. 500. Okay, I have to sort. I have already.
Happy Saturday.
Ciao.
Actually, there's an attenuator there. Those are good. So this was really wild. This guy had like a little animatronic thing set up that was actually playing bass guitar and playing some of the other instruments as well, playing the drums. It was definitely cool. I got a better video of this on Saturday. It was sunny out and whatnot, but this is pretty good with my phone, I think, today.
Das war unser Reggae. Ganz Reggae. Ja, wir können noch mal den Speeder probieren, meine Soundprobe. Der heißt, der wird immer schneller. Bei dem Song fliegen ab und zu Teile ab. Sagt mir Bescheid, wenn da welche abfliegen. Ich sehe das nicht immer. wieder, Brother.
So this is just some images I took at the first day there. This is the Kuwait Amateur Radio Society. They were really cool guys to talk to. The European Hamnet, these are, if you can see, this is all a 5.9 gigahertz network around Europe. The cool thing was all the kind of maker type stuff. They had a lot of project stuff there going on. It was very cool what Dark was doing. Man, I gotta say the food here was amazing. I'm not quite certain what this was. It's some kind of pork dumpling and gravy and beer, and it was really good though. Oh, they had free Wi-Fi at the venue for people that didn't have data. 5.6 meg down on the Wi-Fi. That's not too shabby. More food. I think this might have been breakfast that day, and it was really good. Then this is Andres, DH6KQ, along with myself. We saw each other, and we know each other from the P25 network. So that was a really great day, and I'll have the next video coming up here shortly.